Namaskar and welcome back to another episode of Unlocking Stars with Abhishek, a series on Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra. Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra is one of the authentic scripture available on Vedic astrology. In the previous episode, we were doing Avasthas of planets and we discussed LajjitAadi Avastha. So, in continuation with that, today we will be evaluating the effects of LajjitAadi Avasthas and this through verse number 19 to 29. So, in order to have better insight into these verses, we have with us our history expert, Abhishek. Welcome, Abhishek.
Thank you.
So, please give us more insight on these verses.
Thank you very much. It's a great matter of blessings and pride doing commentary on this great scripture, divine scripture, Bible of Hora Shastra, Hora Skand, Brihat Parasa Hora Shastra. Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar, he is almost in the middle of this Grah Avastha Adhyaya. And different categories of Grah Avastha he is revealing one by one. After Baladi Avastha, Jagritadi Avastha, Diptadi Avastha, he touched upon, he revealed LajjitAadi Avastha. And today, in this episode, as you said, we are going to witness the great discussion between Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar and his beloved student Maitre regarding the effect of LajjitAadi Avastha. What are the effect, phal, nirnay, how to do, how to understand these what can be the promise or what can be the attribute will come up through this avastha, LajjitAadi Avastha. One by one he will go and he will reveal. Like sixth avastha, LajjitAadi Avastha, it's like a mood of the planets. So planet is like feeling sai, lajjit, or planet is feeling having pride, proud. It's a garvit avastha. And chudit avastha, we know, planet is hungry, or the trisit avastha, the greediness is coming in, and mudit avastha, the happy mood of the planet, and the chobit avastha, planet is feeling worried, dukhi, sorrowful. So this sixth avastha, Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar revealed, and he revealed the techniques, tools and techniques he has provided, how to identify, how to know whether planet is Lajjit or planet is Garvit, and so on and so forth. Now we are going to understand the effect of these avasthas. Before entering into Mahaguru Parasar Mahakathan, as usual, we go and bow down in the lotus feet of Adi Guru, Jagat Guru, Guru of the Guru, Kal of the Kal, Dev of the Dev, Sri Mahadev. Let's come, let's immerse in his devotion. Vande Deva Umapatim Surgurum Vande Jagat Karanam Vande Pannag Bhusanam Mrigdharam Chavardam Vande Pasunam Patim Vande Surya Sasank Vahaninayanam Vande Mukunda Priyam Vande Bhakti Janasraye Chavardam Vande Sivam Sankaram Vande Sivam Sankaram Vande Sivam Sankaram. Jai Gurudev, Har Har Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev. So after paying our humble and respectful prayer in the lotus feet of Sri Mahadev, now we are entering into the Mahaguru Parasar Mahakathan. Let's start from the verse 19. Parasaruvacha evam kramena bodhavyam sarvabhavesu panditaiha balabalvicharena vaktavyaha phalanirnay. So he is saying, he is directing, he is instructing to Maitreya. He is saying how Pandits, the great scholars, are behaving when they have to do the Phal Nirnay, when they have to do the Phalades, when they have to do the prediction. How Pandit behave, how great scholars behave. Maitreya, you have to behave like Pandit, match the master. And how they are behaving, they are first understanding the balabal of the planet. They are trying to understand the strength and weakness of the planets. And according to the strength and weakness of the planet, Bhav is giving the phal, whether planet is positive. So Pandits are doing prediction in this manner. Maitreya, you have to also do like that. That is the instruction. To Maitreya from Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara, to us from Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara. Now, he is going further, giving next direction through the verse number 20. Anyonayam cha mudayuktam halam misram vade punah balhine tada haniha sabale cha mahaphalam. So he told Maitreya, you have to understand the balabal of the planet. And according to the balabal of the planet, Bhav is giving the phal. If this is the only direction, then it is incomplete. That's why he is adding the further directions. He is saying, if planet is balheen, if planet is weak, then there is a alpata in the phal. So there is a scarcity of the fructification of significance, whatever the significance of the house. And if planet is strong, then full results, full effect will come up. And if it in between, then mixed result will come. So planet is bali, sa bale cha mahaphalam. So mahafal, purnfal will come if planet is bali. If planet is balheen, then that will damage the house significations. Balhine tatha haniha, damaging the house significations. That is the direction of Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara. Through the verse number 19 and 20, this is applicable to all the houses. So these two verses.
So if it is without bal, means its strength is less. In that case, it is not going to give any result, or the result will be there, but in the amplitude or the intensity of the result will be less.
Amplitude or intensity of the result will be less. Result will come up. At least planet is there, but planet is balheen. He is trying very hard, but he has no strength. So he will give some, but it is not zero. Balhine tada haniha. So alpata will come up, like less result will coming up.
Okay.
Now Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara is giving examples how these avasthas, you are seeing these avasthas in the particular house, for example, 10th house or 5th house or 7th house, then how to do Farades, how to do the Phal Nirnay. So these examples he is giving. Now let's immerse in the verse 21 first. Parasaruvacha Karmasthane sthitau yasya lajjitas trisitas tatha chuditaha chobito vapi sanaro dukbhajanam. So if karma bhav, 10th house, if in 10th house you are finding, you are identifying avastha of the planet is lajjit or trisit or chudit or chobit. If this is the avastha of the planet in 10th house, then that nati will be karmaheen, nati will be sorrowful, native's life is miserable. Naro dukh bhajanam. So, investigating, checking, analyzing the avastha of the planet posited in the 10th house, you can understand the promises of the native being sorrowful. This is related to 10th house. Now he is concentrating on the 5th house. In next verse, Sutasthane bhavedyasya lajjito graha evacha Sutnaso bhavetasya ekastishthati sarvada. So Pancham Bhav, 5th house, Sutasthan. If Lajjit Adi planets are there, Avastha of the planet is Lajjit. These verses are connected. So here Lajjit, Trisit, Chudit and Chobit. Don't touch the Garvit and Mudit. Except Garvit and Mudit, other four. If Avastha planet is like that, then there is a problem with the child, loss of child. Or if there is a child, scarcity of the child, like one child only, or there is no child. Okay, so next come in the verse number 23. Now he is giving example for 7th house, talking about 7th house. Chobitas trisitas chaiva saptame yasya bhave mriyate tasya nari cha satyamahur dvijuttamam. He's saying, Hey Dvijuttam, hey Maitre, addressing to Maitre. What I am going to tell you, that is truth and only truth. If in 7th house, Chobit and Trisit planet is there, then there is a possibility, there is a promise in the chart about the death of the spouse. So this is the revelation by Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara. You have any questions? You are mute.
Sorry. So these two houses, like in 5th house and in 7th in 10th house. So we are talking about the same set of planets, like the
Yes,
avasthas, same
yes.
set of
For
avasthas.
the 10th house and for the 5th house, we are talking about same set of planets, except Mudit and Garbit. So except Mudit and Garbit, Lajjit, Trisit, Chudit and Chobit, we are talking. But for the 7th house, we are talking about only two types of avastha, Chobit and Trisit avastha. If Chobit and Trisit avastha planet is posited in 7th house, then there is a possibility of death of a spouse, according to Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara.
Okay. So these avasthas are not that much celebrated in these houses,
These
causing
avasthas
harm to the
are
native.
absolutely not celebrated these avasthas. So in astrology, when you go to the mundane astrology or think about the transit points, most of the transit points, like out of 108 points, so most of them, like 64, I think, is malefic. So these planets are making life more hard for the natives. But when we are checking and when we are seeing life of any native, then we should understand the type of the native. That's why this Kalpatra is coming always into the consideration. If you are checking a life of a yogi or bhogi or rogi, so sometimes something is good for some person. So we have to always consider this Kalpa and Patra.
Yes.
Now Mahaguru Maharishi Parashara is going further and talking about the dasa of these planets are coming. Then what can be the effect? First, he is starting with the good one, Garbhit dasa. If a planet is in the Garbhit condition, Garbhit Avastha, like planet is exalted or in the own sign, then in the dasa of that Garbhit planet, what are the promise for the native? Through the verse number 24. नवलाया राम सुखम रीप त्वम कला पटु त्वम विदधासि पुंसाम सर्वार्थ लाभम व्यवहार वृद्धिम फलम विशेषादिह गर्वितस्या. So Garbhit planet dasa is there. Then there might be new home garden, possibility of native create a native own, native obtain new home garden. And Nripatwam means the getting authority, getting government position, getting Rajya sort of thing. And Kalapatu, so there is a possibility he can be a master of any art, getting expertise in any art, and having a scholarship, like being a good dasa for getting command over knowledge, like Panditya, and possibility of getting Sarvarth Labham, so gain of wealth, Sarvarth Labham. Vyavhara Bridhi, so it's a good period for excelling into the business. So good to do business in this period, Garbhit planets Dasa period. That's excellent, excellent period. Marthi is starting with the good. So after Garbhit, he will touch the Mudit. The Mudit
So
is
overall, in the Garvit, financial gain should be there.
financial gain is there, and other gains like having possibility of having expertise in art also, whatever art he's learning, and Panditya also, if he is trying to command over some subject, then that is also a good period. And gaining new things like garden or authority or business. So it's a overall it's a happiness. It's not one front. It's overall a happiness. The concept of Riddhi Siddhi. So people are doing the Ganesh Puja, and also Riddhi and Siddhi is coming. So both are together always. Now Mudit Dasa planet. Mudit planets Dasa through the verse number 25. भवती मुदित योग वासाला विशाला विमल वसन भूषा भूमियो सा सौख्यम स्वजन जन विलासो भूमि पाराग वासो रिपुनि वहन विनाशो buddhi vidya vikasaha. Very poetically, Mahaguru Maharishi Parashara crafted these verses, and now he is giving Maitre, he is showing the Shabda Shastra Krit Samah, that is the qualification of an astrologer, at the what level of linguistic command he has on the subject. And this is the qualification of an astrologer, Shabda Shastra Krit Samah. Nowadays, people are trying to learn this Shastra, even don't know Hindi. And this is in the Sanskrit also. So you cannot learn this, any Shastra you cannot learn if you don't know the language of the Shastra. That is a simple rule. So Mahaguru Maharishi Parashar is giving the poetic expression. This is excellent. So let's come. Mudit planet. Planet is happy. Planet is friend's house. Very happy condition. So there is possibility of gaining the grihis, vasasala, vasasala, where you reside. Vasasala, vasasala visala. So he is saying it's a big house, possibility of gaining very good house. And in this period, like a cloth, possibility of having clothes and jewelry, happiness from jewelry, and the love from near and dear one, swajana jana vilaso. So that is the possibility. It's a really very excellent avastha. And ripu nivahana vinaso. So he has ability to destroy his enemy. He can destroy his enemy. And the buddhi vidya vikasaha. So his intellect and his scholarship, his that will increase in this period, that will develop in this period. That's a great period. And in Raj Darbar also, there is possibility of gaining some good position. So we have to do Falades in a modern context. So according to the Desh Kal and Patra. So that's, we know, that's a by default, that's a requirement. If there is a like a gaining position in the Raj Darbar, so there is no Raja at all. So here we should understand it's talking about the authority. So authority, gaining something, good position, gaining possibility of gaining recognition from the authority. So that is coming up. Any question?
So overall, if you say it's a more people-centric dasha, I mean, you will be getting a lot of respect and love from your friends, and then from your family, from your spouse, more like that, more people-centric dasha.
It's a balance actually. Gaining happiness all around, because there is possibility of gaining house also. There is possibility of gaining position in the government or authority also. So these type of, there is possibility of gaining clothes also. There is a possibility of gaining
Education
jewelry also. So these things will also come up. So when happiness
and
is,
education also.
yes, vidya,
Education also.
buddhi, vidya, vikasa. So when happiness is coming, so happiness is coming all around. Happiness is not coming one sided.
Overall, holistically, it's a good dasha period.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good dasa period, like Garbhit dasa. Garbhit plants dasa is also excellent, and this is also one of the excellent period in native's life. Although the Falades is a very serious affair, holistically we have to consider other aspects also, like how transit is behaving, how natal chart planets are posited in the natal chart. So these things also we have to take consideration. Not only one-sided analysis cannot lead to you accurate prediction. Accurate prediction is not a myth. Accurate prediction is a blessings, and it can be done, but need to do the sadhana, because accurate prediction is a spiritual phenomenon. So it's not a myth. It can be done, but holistically, the Vagya should check should analyze the thing, then that will come. Let's come after Garbit Dasa planet, Garbit planet Dasa, then Mudit. Now he is coming up to the Lajjit. Let's come in Lajjit through the verse number 26. दिशति लज्जित भाव दशादृष्टिम विगत राम मतिम भीमति क्षयम् सुत गदा गमनम गमनम वृथा कलिकथा विरुचिम न रुचिम सुभे. Lajjit dasa. Now problem is coming. Belief system is shaky. Start doubting on the Supreme God. So there is a anishta in Ishwar. That is the start of decline of the intellect. So Kumati will come, because through the non-belief, now the intellect will deteriorate, and once intellect will deteriorate, then problems start, like he will start having ruchi in kala, so nati will become quarrelsome. So that these things will start, and there is no interest in practicing religion, and there might be possibility of having problem, having difficulties to his offspring also, to his kid also. So that is also a possibility. This is the Lajjit dasa. Sut gada gamanam vritha. So there is a problem to his son also. Here Mahaguru Marsi Parasa always talking about son, but we should understand it's a son and daughter both. So that is the Lajjit.
So basically, the native will not, during this dasha, will not have too much inclination towards dharma and related activities also.
So that is the how the cosmos is behaving. So like the cosmos is preparing sorrowful life for the native. So first of all, the cosmos will disconnect the native with the God. So native is exposed. So now there is a kumati will come up, and then he will slowly indulge into the bad activities. He will stop doing the good thing, right thing, dharmic karyas, anything, and then the sorrow and the depression and frustration, everything will come up. That is the Lajjit dasa. So these planets are giving vibration. So these planets are giving vibration. So then the remedy things will come up, and then the things are coming up. Mahaguru Marsi Parasar will talk. In a one chapter he dedicated in the Uttarkhanda of Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra, Grah Avastha. So let's immerse in next verse. Next verse, Mahaguru Marsi Parasara is talking about the Chobit Dasa. Sanchobhitasyapi phalam Visesa daridra jatam kumatim chakastam karoti vichayam sambribadham dhana prapti badham vani kopa. So Chobit dasa is there. Daridrita will come, poverty will come, all around poverty. And then it's starting from the poverty is starting from the kubuddhi, bad decisions. And then kast, sorrow, pain, problem in native's life. And there is a loss of wealth, destruction of wealth, dhananas. With chayam, dhananas will happen. And there is a possibility of having problem, anything with the leg of the native, feet of the native. There might be a problem. And the Raja, the king's anger can destroy the dhan of the native. So you can correct this one in modern context. Maybe tax authorities, maybe any government fines, penalties can be imposed on the native. There is a possibility. Natives should do very carefully government contracts if he is a contractor doing the government contracts. And if he is not, then otherwise also there might be any type of fines. This is very prone to having those type of fines from the government. So that is the Chobitasa. Any question, anything?
So basically here, see, if you analyze these avasthas, it is also affecting the mind of the native. So it creates a condition where the mind doesn't it start functioning in a different way. So kind of an affliction to the mind. So when we say buddhi, that is the thing which causes a series of events. So maybe something he does and that is going to affect his uh, maybe relation with the government or with the boss at the job, and that might result in some financial losses. So what do you say? What do you have to say about this? Do you
Our
agree with this?
our acharyas, so many acharyas, they gave a lot of importance to moon. Indu sarvatra bijabo. So moon is the seed of everything. Mantreswa Maharaj said, whatever balas you are looking at here and there in different planets, all coming from the moon only. So moon is a seed, moon is for everything, moon is the mind. So everything is starting from the moon only. So no doubt about that. And then everything is starting from there, then manifestation is happening. So affecting the vibration from the planets is coming to the moon. So that paravartan, that reflection, and then that is coming into the manifestation. It depends upon the intensity of the vibration. It's all scientific. These are the manifestation of the events. Need to understand. Starting from the mind. The first chapter, even in Phal Deepika, he started like that. Mantreswar Maharaj. So absolutely you are right. So let's come in the next verse. Is Chudit Tasa. Chudita khagvasadvaye शोक मोहादीपातः परिजन परिताप दाधि भीत्या कृष्टम कलीरपि रिपुलोकैरत्य बाधा नरानाम अखिला अबल निरोधो बुद्धि अवरोधो विषादात. क्षुधित अवस्था, a great great sorrow will come up. The moh, Bhagavan said in Gita, Kam, Krodh, and Moh. That is the three gates of the hell. These are the three gates to enter into the hell. Narak Dwar, he said. The shock and moh, because that is coming from the Parijan's paritap. Parijan paritap. So there is a problem, different type of problem related to the Parijan, related to the family member, close family member will come up, and that will give natives sorrowful life.
So problem like you lose your near and dear ones.
Mahaguru Maharshi
Uh,
Parashar is silent here. Problem coming up from the life of the Parijan, whether they die and the native is in the
hmm.
sorrowness, or they are in the serious illness and native is very upset and very worried. So any type of sorrowness that is coming due to the condition of the Parijan, it is death or death-like situation or any type of situation. It depends upon natives life to life. It will vary. It will vary. And the further Krisatwam. So native, there is a native will feel weakness in his body. Weakness in his body he will feel. And then Satru, then now enemy will come up. Now you are totally collapsed. This is very good time for enemies to pop up in your life. Then enemy will come. Enemy will start giving trouble to the native. Very bad condition of the native. And then what can happen? Like loss of wealth. So loss of wealth will also happen at that time, and total total destruction of his strength. So a lot of problem like buddhi rodho visataha. So his mind is totally blocked. It's a it's a big trouble this time for the native.
So yeah, in these situations, I think it is the root cause. If you look at it, is that you have lost a near and dear one, and then gradually you are entering into a phase where you just think about sorrow only, and that's why your enemies also become quite strong, and you're not able to function properly in your